I'm here to talk about my all-time favorite sneakers. If you've been following me for quite some time now, you'd know that number one, I'm a Reebok guy. That's why I call myself the Reebok guy from PI. And number two, I almost always say this. My favorite sneakers of all time is the Reebok Classic Leather. The Reebok Classic Leather, in my honest and humble opinion, it should fall under the category of essential sneakers that every sneakerhead should own. Up there with the Chucks, with the Uptowns, with the Shell Toes, and the likes. So this is going to be a Reebok Classic Leather vlog. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna show you some of my favorites, and later in the video I'm gonna be sharing with you one of my fairly new pairs. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, if you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll stay notified. Check my other socials and give me a follow. And to further help this channel out, please like, comment, and share. So let's go and talk about my favorite sneakers of all time, the classics. So from this point on, I'm gonna be referring to the Reebok Classic Leather as just the classics, as they are, as they should be. So according to the US website, the Reebok US site that is, or at least this is their latest description. I'm reading from the site. A legend since inception, even after its initial creation, it's been considered a classic. Molded from running influences, the classic leather brings together a timeless style and iconic design. You can do no wrong lacing this up. Now let's talk about the silhouette itself, the general build. Of course, the upper is usually made of leather. The thickness of the padding is dependent, well, same as the upper, it's dependent on the release, if it's a collaboration, if it's a GR, if it's a special edition. The midsoles, at least the newer ones, the newer releases are EVA. Outsoles, generally rubber, of course. Some, however, like any other sneakers from different brands, they put out classics with clear translucent outsoles, or one of my favorite, of course, the gum soles. The tongue is padded with foam with either nylon or leather externals, or whatever materials they use on the specific release. Standard box branding on the lateral side, none on the medial side, and since this was introduced back in the 80s, it bears the Union Jack flag to go with the box branding and the Starcrest logo on the tongue. Now, here are some of my favorites through the years. Disclaimer, however, these are generally white classics. Na, if you've been following me, you know I'm a sucker for white kicks. Now, number one is the classic leather white gum. Probably the most recognizable colorway here in the Philippines, or maybe even globally. Upper is in white leather with gum bottoms. Such an easy shoe to wear and match with almost any outfit. Number two is the CL White Gray, the classic leather white gray. This is the OGs, one of the OG colorways that was released back in the 80s. A clean and neutral colorway would go as well with any outfits. Number three is practically the same as number two, but this one is the 1983 vintage. It is very similar to the OGs, but with premium leather and a bit of off-white, sail, or creamy vintage color. And yes, I'm intending to get another pair, the one they've released recently this year, 2022. Number four, similar to the true vintage 1983 versions, is the Love Renaissance, the LVRN classic leather. A twist of a white gum with premium leather, a bit of off-white, and an inverted Reebok Vector branding on the lateral side with the abbreviation of LVRN in the place of the usual Reebok box branding. Number 5 is another collaboration with a Japanese artist. This is the Chocomus CL, another take on the white gum with Yuka Chocomus artwork on it. Alternate branding on the tongue and like an almost sketch type pattern in black ink on white upper. And a bonus one, of course, another of my classic leather white gums, customized by Maestro Alberto Lu of Painted by Lu, with my name and my country's color on them. Now, those are my favorite, basically my top 5 Reebok Classic Leathers. Maybe if I will make this a top 10, I'll include a couple of Kendrick Lamar joints and what do you call this, the collaboration with Garb Store. Anyway, with that said, let's head on to a short unboxing of a fairly new classic leather in my collection. So we have here the box. This is a modern GR box of Reebok, a navy and red GR box with the white Reebok branding on top of it. Of course, the top is in navy and the bottom is red, intersecting on the side right there. And let's check out the details. Okay, so it's a size 10. For some reason, they covered the rest of the details. 599 HKD or Hong Kong dollars. So this is roughly around 4,000 pesos. Let me just adjust the lighting first. Okay, right there. Okay, so let's open this up. Now, of course, I know some of you already know what's the colorway. It's another white pair of classics. Right there. So it's another white pair of classics. But this time, of course, got some blue and red. The Reebok colors, blue and red. So, wow. Such a good looking colorway. So let's just appreciate first the shoe, the design itself, right? So it's a white pair with blue and red intersecting vectors on the sides, both lateral and medial sides. So we won't be too technical with this specific unboxing, right? So let's just check out the materials first. Of course, the upper is made of leather, but these are different leather, a better kind of leather than the usual GRs. The intersecting form stripe is like a satin ribbon-like material, of course in blue and red. We got here the box logo, the Reebok branding, and the Union Jack logo. And okay, so we have a Reebok at the Boast Reebok branding on the heel, not the usual printed ones. On the tongue is, of course, the patch here with the Reebok branding and the Starcrest logo. Highlighted are the red and blue colors. No branding on the insoles, and a pre-yellowed outsoles. Actually, the entire tooling, midsoles and outsoles, are pre-yellowed for that vintage vibe. And that's my new Reebok Classic Leather, another white Reebok Classic Leather. Now I'm still planning to acquire more white Reebok Classic Leather. My actual target is to have a month's rotation of just white Reebok Classic Leather. So let's see in the future. And now, the year 2022, the Reebok Classic Leather resurfaces. And it found its way back here in the Philippines through our friends from Sports Central. The Reebok Classic Leather White Gum and the Reebok Classic Leather OG White Gray is now available across all Sports Central and the SM stores nationwide. You can also check out the links in the description for online purchase. It retails at 3,995 pesos. And like what I've said earlier, the Reebok Classic Leather deserves to be one of the sneakers that are considered essential. So get yours now. And that's about it for the video. Thank you for checking this out. Thank you for checking the video about my favorite sneakers of all time. Again guys, if you haven't yet, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and to further help this channel out, please like, comment, and share. And this has been Rai. I'll see you on the next one.